On the 13th of this month, it was in the middle of the night. The ancestors took me, and I was traveling with them, and they were just trying to remind me on the other things which I have to start doing. And the traveling was so great, right? It was expanding me, and I know that I'm also going through ascensions on a different level. The ascensions never stop all the time, right? You have to expand as a spiritual person and grow, and be at a level where things will just be much more easier for you as a spiritual person. You know that you're getting all the tools which you sorry you're getting all the tools which you have to have in order for you to actually also influence other energies to expand on the same level as you are. And I want to say to everybody that this does not make me better than you or anything, right? Um, in the spiritual world, there's no who's better, who's best, whatnot. There's no separation. There's just unity. So what you see in front of you in this, while you're watching this video, is yourself, and I'm also looking at you as myself. We are one, right? So the ancestors are really stressing the fact that um right now currently there's a lot of information that's coming out, and then people are now much more focused into the information what was before then and whatnot than it would be when it comes to people expanding into their highest true self, right? Because you're feeling the ascension, right? You're feeling it one way or another, whether you're a Christian or not, whether you're still religious. You can't ignore the fact of the feelings that you're getting through all the time, or you're feeling the twitches and the different reactions that are happening in your blood, in your body. How you are changing to be, or what kind of a person are you expanding to be. um it just keeps on happening. So the ancestors were stressing out that, guys, it is very important that people try to meditate by all means, because right now it's the only way for you to be able to connect with your higher self. And this will just help you to overcome the energies that are taking place right now, the energies that are coming from the ether. The last time I once posted a video about the reason why you're going through trauma, you're going through pain, you're going through feelings which you don't understand, and you're going through the fear which you don't understand, is because um your the previous ancestors, um they went through all of that, right? And it was a burden to them. They had to comprehend that energy. However, they never got a charm. I mean, they never got a time for them to actually overcome those energies. That's why now they're coming on you, becoming a burden, because part of it is part of your ascension, growing up in a spiritual world, is that you have to regulate all of that energy, and you have to try and heal yourself. Healing yourself, now you're healing those past traumas which your ancestors had to endure. All the pain, all the struggle, all of that now is coming through your DNA. It is part of the ascension which you have to overcome and heal. When you do that, now you're healing their past traumas as well. Remember, I always told you guys that your ancestors are a DNA inside of you. They are not outside of you, but inside of you. Whatever they used to feel before, when now is the time for them to heal, it goes through you so that they can be able to channel all of that to pass to you. And with the energies that are active now, you're going to be able to actually overcome those energies and just grow strong and more powerful. And I actually even advise you guys that you need to get a red jasper crystal. It does not need to be a red jasper crystal only, but crystals that are connected to the jasper energy, in order for you to be able to overcome and heal yourself and exchange those energies from the negative state into a positive state. When you carry those chakras, I mean those crystals, you're able to regulate that energy in a pure essence of light. So we are in a phase of healing all the traumatic experience, not only yours from the past events which you used to live before, but your ancestors as well, which they are not physically, okay, not how to put, they are not like literally here, as in you want to see them coming up or raising from the dead, but They are they are raising from your consciousness, and they are a part of you because you carry them as you represent them in this physical plane. They represent you on the spiritual plane. So it's a matter of you regulating all of those energies and healing the past traumas, healing getting through your inner child experience as well. And when you do that, then it regulates the whole entire energies of this planet, and everything changes to be in a positive state to which you've been wishing for all this time, right? So as I was traveling with them, they reminded me that listen, you are the sun, and you know what you need to do, right? You need to stay focused and try to make sure that people open up into this higher self, because now things are gonna be hard, right? But when I say hard, not hard in a way that it's like really bad. Things have to take effect on this planet. And you guys, when you witness those things, you'll think that now you're being punished. No one is being punished. It is just Mother Earth cleansing herself. Now, you want to be part of that cell that cleans herself. When you clean yourself and you regulate all of these energies, everything will just expand on you in a positive way, that you now start to understand what it is that needs to take place and effects on this plane. In order for things to actually work out well, cleansing has to take place all the time. That goes without saying. And that is why you're going through all of this confusion and mental problems. I once received a message from the person saying that, listen, I'm having problems in my mind. How do I deal with it? The only way to deal with the mental state right now is to overcome the experiences which you've been living all this time, the things which you've been ignoring, the false reality which you've been living before. You have to start to expand and grow light information into who you truly are, what you are as a person, accepting the spiritual essence of you and overthrowing all that is of negative that comes with the garbage of religion, system, politics, education. You have to unlearn everything that you learned, which you were oppressed in learning. Part of that now, it'll send you back to your original state of spirituality for you to understand who you are and start to manifest in a higher self as a spiritual being. That's how you deal with this mental energies or mental problems. They are challenging you to wake up, and going through all of those ascension, you are waking up. To you, you might look at it as as something negative. It's really not. Just that now you don't understand. And part of you expanding or growing into light, you have to strengthen your immune system. Such herbs, start to eat healthy food, start to do your fasting as best as you can. Fasting is a great supreme diet. You know, when you get exposed into the sun, you are eating food that is a source of energy that fulfills you and changes your whole entire DNA to be on the supreme strength. Because we are heading into um you are heading into living on the 12th strand, and that does not come easy, but it goes through the experience of you learning and unlearning everything that was garbage and start to expand into a true information that serves you right in actually allocating your chakras and your energies to be aligned best as you want them to be. That's how you expand. All that you're going through, when you start to work within yourself and stop looking outside of you and look for the answers within, then you start to align, and then all the areas that you're going through right now will start to be on a straight path. That is why now you guys, some of you are seeing repeating numbers every time. You're seeing angel numbers. You're seeing signs and symbols whenever you look into the sky at night. That's how you're expanding. Now you're getting to the true reality of light, which brings you home and connects you with the whole entire nature. So a lot is gonna happen, man. There's gonna be a lot of water that's gonna just so be effective into the whole planet. I explained on TikTok that there's two types of waters. One is the weather that is being controlled because they want to try to depopulate the whole entire world, because they see that people are not taking, they're not buying into what the government is trying to expose them to. So now it is another agenda to use the weather system to destroy and kill a lot of people in many countries with just floods. But there are floods that are gonna release to the point that it cleanses and rejuvenates the whole entire planet. The system is collapsing, and everything that is of technology is collapsing, is gonna collapse. I explained on my TikTok that there will come times whereby the streets or the way which people used as a path to travel, it'll be cut to the point that you won't be able to travel in another country or another state, right? You'll have to be forced to understand how you can send messages through a telepathic way to your family members and try to communicate the same way as you do with the phones, because all of this technology, guys, is just gonna die off. The phones and everything. There were people were talking about, I want to get rich, I want to get money. It's a little bit too late for that right now, because the only thing that we should focus now on is getting back our planet. All the money, all of that. That is why the system now is heading to a cashless society, because they know that money is just collapsing as we speak. So it's gonna be few selected people that are gonna be part of this cashless society, because in order for you to be part of this cashless society, you have to give your soul to the system. You know how. I don't want to say this here because they're just gonna stop this video from me releasing it. They'll just cut it. But you don't want to focus on the riches. You have to know that you are already rich right now. You are wealthy. You are very powerful, right? You have to understand that you are rich. You are already powerful. You don't need any physical riches, right? I know right now it does not make sense, but when time goes on, you'll see that you don't need it, because um there will come a time now people will like, actually, even it's even happening now. People are like, they just want to stop working for the system or working for somebody else, because people are waking up to the true reality of the whole entire world, what is really going on. um when the material things collapse, there won't be need for you to work anymore, you know I mean, like, I want to give you imagination. Imagine yourself on Earth where you're surrounded by nature. The sun is always overheating so much, and you don't feel like eating. You don't feel hungry. You know, the more you get exposed to the sun, you're getting fulfilled. Even your children, they don't feel the need to eat, but they're getting fulfilled with the energy of the sun. Do you think that you'll still like try to work so hard in getting things? You now have a way to communicate with the family members or anybody else in a telepathic way using your abilities. Do you think there will be time for you to go work for somebody else in order for you to have a such technology or gadgets to communicate with the family members and all of that? If you disappear and teleport from one dimension to another, do you think that you're gonna need a car to travel? So right now you won't understand this, but the more you expand yourself into the higher dimensions and your higher frequencies and vibration, now you'll start to understand that I don't need all of this. This was just a false reality to just control me. Because for as long as there's still technology, money, and all that thing, and you trying to accumulate wealth, it's you being enslaved to do what does not preserve to you as nature, but the material world, which is gonna just perish. The Bible tells you that everything that of material is gonna perish. You have to understand what is it that is material. The tree is not material, right? The sand is not material. The plants are not material. The earth is not material. Everything that is of nature is just nature. It is just. It can't be destroyed, because everything that is of nature, the trees, the plants, the water, the rocks, the crystals, has got a soul like you and I. Like I always tell you guys, grow your antenna here, lock it, and you start to see yourself as a tree. There's no difference between you and the tree. You are one and the same thing. So when the Bible tells you that everything that is of material is going to perish, that's what it means. That all the technology, all the gadgets, even the phone that I'm using right now, even the phone that you're using to watch me right now, all of it is going to be tarnished. The mentality state will be different, that now you'll start to preserve things as nature. You'll see yourself as nature and supreme deity, which you can do anything, make anything possible to be. So you won't need all of this. This is just passing through, right? That is Yakub who made all of this. Satan, Lucifer, Jesus, right? Whatever you want to call him these days. Salamander, right? That's his first name anyway. He is the one he is the one who came up with all of this by using our energy to actually expand on them, to use us as slaves to dwell on those things. But all of that now is just getting destroyed. So the ancestors were like telling me that you need to just prepare people as much as you can, that it is very important that they forget about everything that is of material and the physical attachment and start to regard themselves as very high and work within their higher self to expand so that whatever that it will take place, it does not affect them. You get what I'm saying? So the traveling was just like the traveling was really great. As I'm telling you, that part of it was just to remind me what I need to do. And like I said, that people are dwelling so much in talking about the ancient information that will not help anybody right now to speak. The only thing that's gonna help you and your family members and your friends is to eat well, sun gaze, do a lot of meditation, heal yourself, and learn to practice your abilities. That's another thing, guys. You need to learn to practice your ability. You need to Google search what is your star sign, your galaxy sign actually, because stars are not actually stars as they taught you. Stars are just galaxies. They're just planets. You need to understand on what vibration element your planet star system is. If you are the element of water, you need to start practicing how to bend water. If you're the element of fire, you need to practice how to start to bend fire. You can use a candle, right? You can use a candle. If you're element of air, you need to start to practice how to bend air. If you are the element of earth, you need to start to practice how to bend earth to your will. When you do this, you focus in actually mastering yourself so that you can now better understand how things work in an energy way. You need to start doing your shadow work, mirror work. Try so hard to overcome the darkness. I know that there are some people which they're at the age of 30, 35, 40. They're afraid of the darkness. And that's not good. You have to understand that the darkness which you're afraid of is yourself. You're afraid of it because it is so powerful and you're not ready for that. So you need to start to expand yourself and aligning yourself so that you can be able to be ready and be limitless when it comes to you raising your consciousness to the highest vibration, because you have to be on the highest strand. If your strand is not fit enough, when the world, the planet, or the Mother Earth cleans itself, you will be affected and you will stay behind and remain in the third lowest vibration state. So the most important thing right now is to work within yourself. Don't let anything affect you in a negative way. All you gotta do, you have to overcome that. You have to overcome your lower self, and that's how you can be able to beat up what is coming. A lot of you are also traveling. Your ancestors are trying to communicate with you with the traveling state. I'm receiving messages from people that I saw myself in the stars. I saw myself around planets. I saw myself underwater. Your ancestors are trying to activate your DNA light codes so that you can start to raise your light body. When you raise your light body, you start to expand in the highest vibration. You start to be in connection with all that is negative. I mean that is nature in this essence of this manifestation world. Start to slowly remember who you are, what you're supposed to do on this plane, and you start to live according to that energy. So every time you travel, make notes, take note, and communicate with the ancestors. And I want to teach you something. People usually ask me, Ra, how do you get this information? How do you download this information? It's easy, right? If you want to download information, you can do this every time before you sleep. Okay? You just roll your eyes like I told you. You just do this, right? When you roll your eyes, you focus on your first eye, and then you speak within and say, I want to receive all the information that I have forgotten. I'm tapping into my Akashic records in my DNA. Let everything be exposed to me and revealed to me. You keep on repeating that as you're focusing your first eye, rolling your eyes, putting your tongue attached to your roof of your mouth. Don't do it this way. Do it this way. See, you roll it. Somebody who wrote to me said like, Ra, when I touch my tongue to the roof of my mouth, I'm unable to breathe. It is because you're not doing this way. See, you must when you roll it that way, then you'll be able to breathe in and out the way you do your breathing techniques. But if you don't do it that way, you just attach it like straightforward, then it's gonna be highly impossible for you to do those breathing. So you want to roll your eyes, focus on your first eye, touch your tongue at the roof of your mouth, and start to speak within your higher self. Tell your higher self what is it that you want to know. Any question that you ask, you're gonna be given an answer. It will come in a traveling state, or in a vision state, or in a way that you're able to see and understand such information that comes to you without you actually even starting for it. That's how you seek all the information within your higher self, and then you will be able to better yourself. And more especially when you're exposing the sun, be exposed into the sun like 1 hour, 2 hours straight. I'm telling you, that is also a best way to grow your hair. Remember how my hair was before, but it has grown so quickly, right? So let us expand and vibrate high. Um, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Don't take your traveling for granted, right? Every traveling you experience, your ancestors are working hard to take you to the higher level. So let's just be in a collective conscious in mind and expand. Next week we're gonna go to the 7 days raw fasting. Please try to look for the video about this raw 7 days fasting. Get a better of yourself and actually understanding this, so that when you become part of this expansion, this fasting, you know what to do. Love and light. I love you so much. Peace. Don't forget to like this video. It is very important. Like I always tell you guys, that the algorithm does not like people like us who share knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The only way for this video to actually be expanded to a lot of people is by you liking it each and every time you watch this video. So let us do that. Don't forget, love and light. Peace. I love you so much.